We're now off to the Spady Cultural Museum in Delray Beach, where we'll discover the wealth of Black history that's housed in this historic center.
Walking through the door at the Spady Cultural Heritage Museum in Delray Beach is like taking a step back in time. But to understand its significance in this community, we have to step back even further to the time of the early Florida settlers.
Many years ago, we had settlers that came to Delray Beach seeking a better life and finding that Delray Beach could provide what they needed in order to enrich their family life. And they settled here in Delray Beach and made it their home. And once they settled, then others came. We had individuals that came from the Bahamas, from North Florida, from Georgia, all seeking a better life. Arriving here in Delray Beach, they found that there were Indians already settled here, and many others were here in hiding from slavery.
It was the late 1800s, and families like these flourished here in what is now known as the West Settlers Historic District. There are 5 such districts in Delray Beach.
5 historic districts are West Settlers Historic District, the Del Ida Historic District, the Marina District, the Old School Square Historic District, and the Nassau Historic District.
Fast forward now to the 1920s, when Solomon David Spady became the 3rd African-American teacher and eventually principal in the community. This photo is of the first graduating high school class. Imagine there were only 5 students. Beloved by the community, Mr. Spady lived in this house, which was the first of its kind in the area.
This is a mission-style home. He was the first to have running water, all the amenities, the first to have electricity.
Even the porch kitchen is still representative of the times.
Those appliances that you see on the front porch there that talks about the kitchen exhibit basically was similar to what Mr. Spady had. The kerosene stove, the kerosene heater, the lanterns, you know. So all of that was part of life, and what we wanted to do was tell the story.
Mr. Spady later donated the home, and in 2001 it became the Spady Cultural Heritage Museum under the leadership of its founder, Vera Roll. The permanent collection of historical photos tell a fascinating story of Delray Beach's early days.
They signify life from its beginning based upon the age that I am as I look back, and some of the family members that I went to school with and their family photos are here. It gives us an opportunity to live long enough to see the story being told and to be part of the story.
Downstairs in the traveling exhibition space, these ladies are getting ready for an exhibit that honors the art of quilting. Quilting is an art form that many civilizations have had in common throughout history.
The ideal of having a quilting exhibition is very universal. All traditions, all people groups have a tradition of quilt making, making their own clothing, making their quilts, and saving pieces of fabric that have meaning. And the exhibition focuses on the tradition of quilt making, but also has the element of storytelling. Telling a story, talking about something that's important to the artist, a period of time, a person in history, or even their own family members.
The museum features about 4 new exhibits per year.
They rotate in every 2 to 3 months. So we try to do various topics that pertain to African Americans and people of African descent. All very educational exhibits for adults and children to come and to learn about our rich heritage and culture.
There are also educational programs that take place for and around the community all year long. They include activities for children, historic district bus tours, and a program called the 3 T's.
3 T stands for Teach, Travel, and Tour. We create many exhibits of our permanent collection, and we can take them by appointment to the different classrooms, after-school programs, sometimes senior centers, throughout Palm Beach County and Broward County as well.
This helps bring the museum to life for those who are unable to attend. So what's next? The site is currently being renovated and redeveloped to include even more cultural resources for the community.
We're renovating the historic home. One of our midwives once lived there, and we're renovating that home into our Kids Cultural Club. That's imminent, that's underway. Hopefully within a year's time we'll have that complete. And then on the north side of the museum, we are also renovating the home through the efforts of CRA in the city of Delray Beach for our intergenerational program. So we have our seniors and adult center, we have the museum, and then we also have our children, all within walking distance of each other.
Experts feel that it's important to preserve history this way.
We need to preserve so we can relate. It's nothing like seeing something and experiencing it and knowing. We could pass by many historic sites, but we limit it with the number of historic buildings. We not only need the site, but we need the buildings, because the site along with the building tells the story.
In the meantime, the impact of those brave pioneers lives on in the home Solomon David Spady once loved, and the elementary school where he once taught still bears his name.
Because as life goes on, history goes on. When life ends, history begins. A lot of times history is not told until a life has been ended, but we want to continue to tell the story.
For more information about the Spady Cultural Museum, visit spadymuseum.com.
The preceding program was a production of WLRN Public Television.